Welcome to the 8th Annual Durfee Slam Poetry Contest. I'm one of your hosts, Kristen Manchester.
All right, good morning. I'm your other host, Scott Elliott, and as you probably guessed, we are two of your English teachers here at Durfee High School.
Now, before we get started with this competition, our competitors have rules, but you all as an audience also have some rules to follow. I know, rough, sorry. But our rules are to keep the competition respectful. It takes a lot for them to get up here and perform for you. So our first rule, Mr. Elliott.
All right, during the performance is absolutely no cell phones. We even ask that as one contestant's leaving and another's coming up, their cell phones still stay away. We don't want any distractions.
No videotaping either. This whole performance is being videotaped by Fred TV, so if you would like to watch it again and again and again, it will be on Fred TV all summer for you to watch at your leisure.
Absolutely no booing. Again, like Miss Manchester said, it takes a lot to be up here on the stage in front of all of you, so nothing but positivity all the way throughout and absolutely positive remarks.
No swearing.
No yelling, no screaming.
No talking during the performance.
And though we know it might be hard, we ask that you save your applause until the very end of the performance, right? Some of these performances are a little bit long, so we don't want to distract the contestants while they're reading, so save your applause for the very, very end. All right, now, without further ado, we're going to introduce all of our contestants. We're going to have them line up on stage for you all. Give a big wave. All right, first up from Miss Renwick and Mr. Andre's class, we have Alexiana Ortiz.
From Mr. Elliott and Mr. Nolan's class, Alana Montrons.
And from Miss Ortendall's class, we have Damien Cruz Moraes.
From Miss Renwick's class, Jada Linda Maris.
Also from Miss Renwick's class, we have Jayla Montero.
From Miss Arendall's and Miss Nolan's class, Giselle Duran.
Also from Miss Ortendall's class, we have Leliana Pina. And from Miss Manchester and Miss Wilkins' class, Kiana Oliveira.
From Mr. Elliott to Miss Nolan's class, Riley Arsenal.
And from Miss Dos Anjos and Miss Marchand's class, Toby Silva. Let's give it up one time. All of our contestants are up here on stage. Let me hear you all. All right, I'm going to ask my contestants make their way to the back of the stage and get ready for the performance. You might all head one time to the back. We'll be calling you up one by one very shortly. Now, just so you all know, in a competition like this, there are rules and there are judging, right? Just so you all are aware of how this is going to run. After each performance, the judges right here in the front row will take a minute to decide what score they will give. From these 5 marks, we will drop the lowest and the highest scores and add the remaining 3 scores together for the final total score. All right, and then once all contestants have gone, we do have several prizes to give out, right? Second place, this second highest score will receive a $500 scholarship. And first place will receive a $750 scholarship, courtesy of the FREA, the Fall River Educators Association.
And before we start our competition, you might be wondering, who are our judges? So I'll introduce them really quick. You don't have to stand up, but if you want to raise a hand, say hi. Our first judge is Mr. Amaral. He's an English teacher and our FERA treasurer. Our second judge is Ms. Schwinnard, ELA interventionist. Our third judge is Ms. Swires, the ELL department head. Our fourth judge is Ms. Devine. She teaches English as well. And then finally, Miss Ortiz is one of our L teachers, and she is also a competition winner. Not this competition, but when she was a senior, she won her speech contest senior year.
All right, and without further ado, we're gonna get this party started. All right, so first up, from Miss Renwick and Miss Andrade's class, first one to get this party started is Alexiana Ortiz. Let's hear it one time, please.
Beware of the siren's sweet song, a melody that lasts for far too long. A harmony of promises, a collage of dreams, with words that sound truth, but are they forsooth? Coming so strong, a storm of affection, a handful of texts, a flood of connection. Gifts like drops that fall from the sky, but the clouds are so heavy, you can't help but wonder why. The world can be filled by the affection shown, but don't take a leap into the unknown. For I do not know what's in this labyrinth. Careful when you hear the siren's synth. A shower of attention, yet only a phase, a temporary high, deceitful maze. A spark is lit, a flood of affection, water so deep all I see is my reflection. Listen close when you hear the call, it's a sound so familiar you can't help but fall. The tide is too strong, pulling me in, be careful when you hear the siren's song within.
Let's give it up one more time for Alexiana. All right, next up, from Mr. Elliott and Miss Nolan's class, Alana Montrond.
Home. It's different. Maybe same clothes, same person, but the connection is different. I still have all of my stuff, but the smell don't feel like home, the laughter don't feel like home, the touch don't feel like home, connection between the clicks, everybody has a phone, but it's different. Can't keep my thoughts inside your boxes like I can't fit in it, but with that in mind, I still have nothing to share. I don't think I was made to fit, but I was made to change and made to grow. But I always had this problem adapting to what's new and what's old. So I'm living in the future, but even in my past can find a feeling of being home. Going back doesn't make sense, but staying here doesn't make me feel like I belong. Maybe I'm looking for the cachupa, maybe I'm missing Gemorna, or maybe I just want my friends. Don't even know if I can be a friend, can even be there for myself. My mom keeps asking me to stay in contact with my family because I'm losing my criollo. Maybe home is in Cape Verde, or maybe home is with me, deep down on who I am. But either way, I can't seem to find it. Maybe home is wherever I go. Maybe I still need to put the pieces together and build my own conception of home. Home is a small of a word for what I'm actually looking for. So I'm gonna change it my way. Home to me is Morabeza.
All right, fantastic. I hear you giving up for Alana. Let's go. All right, fantastic. Next up, from Miss Ortendall's class, we have Damian Cruz Moraes. Let's hear it, please.
The golden meal. The golden meal, the most divine and the most satiable meal. A meal I haven't tasted since my father died. It was a secret recipe only he knew, a secret recipe he tried to pass to me. But every time I tried, my hands would be fried. Every time I tried to cook this dish, I come out only cooking with my fingertips. And I tried and tried, but every time I try, I become burned and fried like how my father died. But if he never died, I wouldn't have to be scared of being burned and fried every time I try to cook this stupid meal. But as time passed by, this guilt of mine of not having this meal one last time, just because it was my dad's final dish, and oh, I wish I could have this dish. But then I think, and I open my eyes and start to realize my father's death wasn't why I couldn't cook. It was the fear. And when I sit and think more and more, I've only been burnt once or twice. Oh my, what have I been doing? Letting fear tell me what to do? Well, no more, I say. It's time to retry and get a stern grip on my life and make this golden meal. And as I watch the fire grow, I feel each hair stand from head to toe. But I begin to clutch my pan ready to start the show. I feel the heat dance and rise from underneath my pan. But finally, after years of dreaming of having one little bite, I finally can eat my father's chicken patty on rye for one last time.
Let's give it up one more time for Damien. And we'll welcome to the stage from Miss Runway's class, Jada Lynn Damaris.
Why is everything clear, but my words are blurred? When I read, the lines move and shake, my head hurts. Why am I different, but everyone else is normal? I feel dumb, I can't spell, I can't read, especially out loud. I can barely comprehend things, but finally, a diagnosis. But it has to be one of the hardest words to spell, dyslexia. D-Y-S-L-E-X-I-A. The words that are so clear for others, for me, begin to smear. The letters are getting further and further apart, but I know that when I start, I continue, I read, even as the words jumble, causing me to stumble. The words that come so easy to others seem to escape from me. They call me SPED. S-P-E-D. Great, another word that happens to describe me. But now I've hit high school. People stop caring. Kids do nothing. Teachers don't care. For the first time in my life, I felt smart. I got all A's. Go to AP, all my teachers tell me, but wait. Too smart for the dumb classes, too dumb for the smart classes. So what now? It's really the beginning of the end. I guess I'm stuck in this never-ending limbo, over and over again. O-V-E-R. O-V-E-R.
All right, fantastic. Let's give it up for Jada Lynn as she exits the stage. Excellent, excellent. All right, next up, also from Miss Runway's class, excellent representation from our class today, we have Jayla Montero. Let's give it up one time, please.
All right. I'm going to be presenting Not a Bad Person. All right. The definition of bad is a poor quality and low standard. But what's truly poor quality? Because I don't think you can find that type of stuff written out on a banner. See, we grow up and we get taught the difference between bad and good. Yet we come out the womb with no say whether we end up in the suburbs or the hood. You see, she's not a bad person, she just copes a little different. Growing up in an environment where her emotions were ignored, so she struggles, thinking no one's really willing to listen. She forces herself to become distant. It's the only way she doesn't explode in school. Redirecting her anger and her sadness onto others on accident, but now people just assume she's rude. Leaving her one thought coming home at the end of the day. Does she have a right to be upset with the world? Should she go? Should she stay? And she's not the only one that questions if her actions truly define her character. Just like every teen out there, she has overwhelmed emotions that weigh her down like a barrier. And there's a girl on the other side of town, ain't so bad either, people just say she's a little spoiled. Her parents was always there financially, never emotionally around, so that girl struggles finding somebody to remain loyal. Never having a parent to cry on or to vent, that girl becomes cold-hearted with no empathy for others instead. Yeah, does this make her bad? Because I don't think it makes her good, but it's not her fault that she came from more money and ain't from the hood. And there's a boy across the hall, always got his beats and his headphones on. Ain't so bad either. Nobody ever hears him talk because his music stay blasting, listening to the same songs. Now, he just got anger from years of built-up trauma, being the only man in his household, trying to finish out high school and provide for his mama, finding himself hanging in the streets. Because the bread came quicker that way, he really wasn't thinking about the beef or the heat. Yet the cops, the neighbors, even his family judging his back, because all they see is somebody in the corner trying to sell weed and pass crack. These people are all so different, yet viewed as the same. All having problems that create anxiety monsters that kill your spirit and leave you to drain. Regardless of your belief, there's purpose in every action. And whether it's because you wasn't thinking in the moment, leaving your emotions into a reaction, this shouldn't define the way we see and view others, because you may see a criminal, a failure, a drug dealer, and somebody else may just see a brother. And you see, as I write this, I have an F in this class, but I'm up here right now presenting my work to all y'all. So what that make me, good or bad?
Let's give it up one more time for Jayla. And we're gonna welcome to the stage from Miss Ortendall and Miss Nolan's class, Giselle Duran.
Unknowingly, I fell into a cycle of craving. Craving safety, craving nourishment, craving no more pain. Young Pablo spoke those words. I feel he understands teenage pain more than anyone. The thing with teenage pain is we often don't know how to express it. Our lives are our poetry. We watch each other get high as we fight for the things we hold dear to forget the things we fear. These girls are crying, boys are lying, our parents keep trying, but they'll never understand. People used to use disposable cameras. Their purpose is not for the pictures, but to live in the moment. Now we dissect our image piece by piece like our parents used to do to our Halloween candy for razor blades. We dislike ourselves so much to where we starve, purge, draw, do anything we can to make sure we are accepted. We live for the speed, we live for the heat, we live for the intoxication, because only then are our damaged minds blank. The thicker the air, the harder to breathe, they say. But the more I cry, the quicker pencil hits loose leaf. The more I overanalyze every step I take, those thoughts turn into waking up with a heavy heart. Heavy hearts turn into future gravestones. These children, they are children. Children, the material being forced into these children's brains, like the dirt is forced apart when a flower blooms, except the flower is wilted. The dirt is destroyed from the tires from a car containing teenagers living the teenage dream.
All right, excellent. Next up, from Miss Ortendall's class, we have Leliana Pina. Let's give it up, please.
Young, with no worries, no cares, and only 8. Running through the big, grassy Pier Hill, barefoot and only 8. 4th of July weekend, burgers and beers, but still only 8. Boom, boom, boom. What was that sound? All the kids running up the grassy hill with all of their innocence. All the adults running down, grabbing onto all 6 of us, holding with fear. Scared, worried, and confused, and only 8. Why are they scared of fireworks, I ask? Why are they crying? I love fireworks, don't they? Huddled on the bottom of the pure grassy hill, huddled by my oldest cousin and the other 3, held with love and fear. A few minutes go by and now I'm scared. Family leaving and bring my body inside, my scared, broken body inside. Screaming for one of my parents, shaking and only 8. Your dad's a hero. He left to go save your cousin, she says. I'm only 8. Confused, worried, and still 8. Mommy, I cry out. My hero comes to pick up her broken 8-year-old daughter. A call from my dad, and I can finally feel air go through my body again. The night I lost my innocence, the night I lost hope in people, the night I watched my 2-year-old cousin cry out for his lifeless dad. The night I watched my cousin take his last breath. The night I was only 8.
Let's give it up for Liliana. All right, we're reaching the end here. You've been a fantastic audience so far. I want to say I appreciate you all. Next up from Miss Manchester and Miss Wilson's class, we have Kiana Oliveira. Let's give it up, please.
All right. My name's Kiana Oliveira. This is my poem, Stage Fright. The rush impacts my body and mind. I feel it creeping up my spine. My hand is a statue. I feel like a statue. You got this. You got this. You got this. I got this. Come on. I get from all the remote-controlled eyes from various parts of the room. Breathe in. Breathe out. My heart feels as if it's going to burst out my soft-felt chest. Ba-thump, ba-thump. The looks of pure worry and judgment as if I'm on trial. This is so foul. Why did I shoot my hand up? Why am I here? Sweat drips off my forehead. Drip, drip, splash. It hits the ground. I look at the ground. I feel the ground. I hug the ground. I don't want to be here. There's a big gaping hole in the left side of my chest. My heart is gone. I am gone.
Let's give it up for Kiana. Next up from Mr. Elliott and Miss Nolan's class, Riley Arsenault.
Heartbreak. The word never really makes sense until you actually feel it. The feeling of your heart sinking all the way down to your ankles, but yet pounding in and out of your chest like persistent punches. Heartbreak. You never know when it's coming or why, and you'll never understand, so you'll say to yourself, why me? Why did something like this happen to me? The loss of love coming right out of your whole body like it's being ripped out by their bare hands and throwing all your feelings in the trash, like the whole time those feelings meant nothing to them. They say love is supposed to feel like being wrapped in a warm, cozy blanket, the feeling of knowing how safe and protected you are. But it's not. That feeling doesn't exist anymore. This now becomes the feelings of loss of appetite and not being able to sleep. But eventually, getting up again and realizing all the weight being lifted off your chest, like getting back the real you. That missing piece in your heart of hope and faith was finally there again. Now suddenly the frowns turned to smiles and the no sleeping turned into feeling like sleeping on clouds. My body is whole. Finally, I can love again. Healing.
Let's give it up for Riley one more time. And our final contestant, last but certainly not least, Toby Silva.
Society. Society is a funny concept. Don't cry, it's not manly. You're fat, go on a diet. Eat more, you're sick. Do this, do that, no. You want to fit in, but you can't. You'll never fit in no matter how hard you try, hide. Keep everything inside, but it's hard. So hard you're gonna break, so hard you want to scream, but you can't. Limbo. That's what this is. You try and you try and you try. Stop, then you're selfish. Am I selfish? I give and I give and I give, then I stop. Negative. That's what I am, right? Avoid. That's what people who don't know me view me as. I can laugh, fake, smile, fake. When will you people be happy? Rules. Things you follow to stay intact. Mine? 1, cry. Doesn't matter where. Don't hold it in if you can't. It's draining. 2, think logically. Think, then do. Then lastly, don't let emotions cloud your judgment. Nothing is that serious. Why am I telling you this? Well, in the book Long Way Down, William goes to say that his rules, the ones society made, weren't meant to be broken. They were made for the broken. Well, mine are too. Mine are for the broken who can't hide no more, the broken who can't stay strong no more. Me. I'm my broken. Beat so much you just give up, the broken beyond repair. That's what I am.
Excellent. Let's give it up one more time for Toby. That was fantastic. All right, that right there concludes every single one of the contestants performing. I thought every single one of them did a fantastic job, and judging by all of your applause after every single one of them, I think you thought the same thing. Before we have the contestants come back up on stage, I want to take a quick selfie with the crowd. Hang on one second. All right, hang on. I can't. I don't really want that side. No, they're not cool. Hang on. Oh, there we go. It zoomed out for me. Say cheese. That was excellent. All right.
I didn't think you were going to get that.
No, I didn't think we were going to get that either. All right.
Good for you.
Now, what I'm going to have right now, I'm going to have the contestants come right back up on stage, line up right here in the middle, give one big wave, and as they come up, I want to hear them give them a big shout. Give them a big shout.
Right back up.
No, I don't want to hear that applause die down. Let me keep hearing you. Come on. That's right. Let me hear you like it's the last week of school. Let me hear you like you have 3 more days. Let me hear you like you're actually going to show up by the last 2 half days. Let me hear you. Come on. Every single one of the contestants did an amazing job today. I want to say thank you very much. Right? Some might say I'm stalling because our judges are English teachers and they cheated their way through math in high school, so we had to let them tally up the scores real quick. All right. Oh, we're getting a picture. Look that way.
All right, we have our final tallies. So we're gonna start with 3rd place, and then we're going to 2nd and then 1st. So our 3rd place winner was Toby Silva. Congratulations. Oh yeah. So we have 2 monetary prizes for our next 2nd place and our 1st place winner. So we're going to have Mr. Amaral come on up to kind of give that away. So our 2nd place winner was Alana Montrond. I don't know. Oh, I think Scott. All right. And then our 1st place winner with our giant check. You can't take it home, unfortunately. The bank will not cash that. Our 1st place winner was Jayla Montero. Come on down. Awesome. Yeah, you can hold it. Do you want me to hold the plaque for a second? Awesome. And all of our other contestants, don't leave the stage because we also have a little something for you just for participating. So that concludes our Poetry Slam. We're going to stay here till the